Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, picture this. You're learning something, maybe you're writing an essay, and you're using an AI assistant.
Right.
You think it's helping, but what if your brain is actually, well, kind of taking a back seat?
Yeah, just coasting along.
Exactly. An MIT study recently looked into this very thing. So our mission today is to unpack the sort of hidden cognitive cost of using AI, but also, crucially, how you can potentially use these tools to actually boost your thinking, not, let it atrophy.
That's the key balance, isn't it?
Okay, so let's dig in. The core here is this study from MIT's Media Lab. It's called Your Brain on ChatGPT, Accumulation of Cognitive Debt. Well, you get the idea. It's about using AI for essay writing.
Pretty timely topic.
Totally. They had university students write SAT-style essays, and they set up 3 conditions.
Right.
Group 1 used ChatGPT, an LLM. Group 2, just a normal search engine. And Group 3...
Just their own knowledge. Brain only, they called it.
Brain only, yeah. And the really cool part, they monitor brain activity the whole time using EDG.
Electroencephalography. Basically watching brain waves in real time.
Yeah.
Non-invasive.
Right. And they judged the essays, got feedback. But here's the twist, the really fascinating bit.
Oh, session 4.
Session 4, they flipped it. The ChatGPT users, suddenly, no AI.
Uh-oh.
And the brain-only folks, they gotta use ChatGPT.
That switch gives such direct insight.
Yeah.
So what did those brain waves actually show? Especially for the AI group.
Yeah, what happened inside their heads?
Well, it was pretty stark. The students using ChatGPT, the LLM group, they consistently showed the lowest levels of brain activity.
Lowest, like significantly lower.
Yeah, particularly in what we call the alpha and beta bands. Those are the brainwaves we associate with, active memory recall, focused attention, really engaging with the material.
So it's like their brains were less switched on.
Kind of on cruise control, you could say.
Yeah.
But the real eye-opener, the thing that connects the dots, came at that 4th session.
When they took the AI away.
Exactly. When those students who had been relying on ChatGPT had to write without it, they really struggled. They had significant difficulty recalling what they'd even written previously.
Wow. So the AI wasn't just helping them write, it was somehow preventing them from internalizing it.
That's what the term cognitive debt points to. It suggests a measurable decline in their memory and even their sense of ownership over the work, directly linked to leaning on the AI earlier.
Okay, so that's the downside. What about the other groups? The brain-only ones?
Well, conversely, they actually produced better quality essays overall. And crucially, they had much better recall of their own writing later on.
Makes sense. They felt more ownership too, presumably.
A much stronger sense of ownership, yeah. They'd done the work themselves internally.
But then what happened when they got to use ChatGPT in session 4? Did their brains just switch off too?
Ah, see, that's really interesting. No. When the brain-only users switched to using ChatGPT, they actually maintained stronger neural engagement compared to the original ChatGPT group.
Huh. So maybe it's not that any AI use is bad.
Precisely. It suggests that maybe occasional or more purposeful strategic use of AI might actually enhance learning, or at least not dull it in the same way.
Okay.
The big picture here seems pretty clear, though. The more the students relied on the AI, sort of outsourcing the cognitive effort.
The less they remembered and the less connected they felt to it.
Exactly. It's a bit like, always using a calculator for basic math. Your mental arithmetic skills might fade. AI could potentially do something similar to our thinking skills if we're not careful.
Right. So that brings us to the practical side. If your brain can get, well, a bit lazy when AI does the heavy lifting, how should you, the listener, think about using these tools in your learning, your work?
Yeah, what's the takeaway?
Is this study basically a big warning sign, or more like a guide to using AI smarter?
I definitely lean towards the latter. It's absolutely not a call to just ban AI tools. That wouldn't be practical or even desirable, probably. Instead, it's a really vital prompt for all of us to stop and think consciously about how and when we're using AI.
How and when?
Yeah. Ask yourself, is this AI acting as a springboard for your ideas, helping you start or refine? Or is it just becoming a crutch, doing the core thinking for you?
Springboard versus crutch. I like that.
That distinction seems critical because the answer likely determines whether the AI is genuinely augmenting your intelligence, making you more effective, or if it's subtly eroding those core cognitive skills over time.
So what are the practical strategies then? How do you stay on the springboard side?
Well, the findings really back up the value of active learning techniques. Things like maybe pausing to reflect on why the AI suggested something, or deliberately switching between working with the AI and working completely on your own, scaffolding that transition.
Okay, like mixing it up.
And metacognition becomes super important. That means actively thinking about your own thinking process, making sure you're still doing the work of, say, quoting sources properly, summarizing complex ideas in your own words, rewriting things to truly understand them.
Right, owning the material yourself. Exactly. AI has amazing potential to augment us, to make us smarter, faster, more creative. But if we just use it passively,
Which
carelessly,
could end up replacing the very thinking we value.
that's the risk.
It's a powerful thought to end on. So the question for you listening is, how will you choose to engage with AI next time?